Hello! So I just finished my last book of 2022 and I thought I would go ahead and plan out the books that I'm going to read. I also today uploaded my 2023 TBR, first TBR of the year, which is in January. So I don't really know what days I'm uploading. Honestly, I feel like Sundays are a better day for me. Other than today, which was Saturday that I uploaded. I guess you're seeing my videos so far for the year. I'll see if I can blur those out. With that, let me write in the books that I have to read. So on the first week, I already have a couple books scheduled. And also, honestly, I feel like I filled up my cup a bit too much and my schedule for what I want to do, because I'm doing a workout challenge. I'm trying to do a readathon, which is the demon-a-thon. I'm also trying to upload every week, and I'm also doing January, which is hosted by Kirian, right? It's because I know that in the year of 2023, when I start residency, I'm really not going to get a chance to do it, so I'm really trying to front load writing. As I get accustomed to residency, I'm not so, stressed. Or I don't feel like, oh my god, I wish I would have done this. So yeah, the first week of January, one of the first books I'm going to pick up is A Torch Against the Night. And this is the second book of the Saba Tahir series. Mind you, I have so many books that I really want to read this week. I also think I'm going to read Destiny's Embrace by Beverly Jenkins. And this is a book that I'm reading towards the Romanceopoly readathon. And then I think I'm going to stay with those and then see what else I feel like reading during that time. I think that once I arrive back in Puerto Rico, I would like to read Kingdom of Ash. Oh no, actually, this week I actually start school again, so I have to write that in somewhere that I start school again. But I want to read Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. That means I have to finish these two books this week. The next week, then I'll read Kingdom of Ash. I'm giving myself a lot of flexibility to read the books that I want to read when I want to read them, in the sense of these are big books. That's why I'm oh, I have to read them. Also, they are books that I'm reading with other people. And I'm also going to add Daughter of No Worlds that I ended up adding to my TBR last minute sometime in this week. I don't think I wrote that right, but it's fine. It just gives me an idea. And I'm usually not this structured with my reading, but since I do want to get to these books, and also 1, 2, 3 of them are buddy reads, I need to read them. Also, I think at the end of January, I'm going to be reading Ensnared with Katie, which reminds me, I feel like I'm putting way too many books for the first week, but I'm going to be also finishing Era Fates, which is Katie's book. Absolutely stunning. I have had this since, 2022, that I've been trying to get through it. She sent it to me earlier on this month, but with all the things going on, it was hard. Also, when you are reading, kind of to give an alpha reading perspective, you are reading really detailed, or at least I do, and I like to give the most critical feedback possible so that whatever she decides to do with it, she can do it. And then, so yeah, this plus that I have to write 900 words per day, since I want to write to 25,000 words in the month of January. I'm going to be really busy. Plus I start class again. I start ambulatoria. I don't talk about it enough, but I am in med school in my last semester, and I'm just happy that it's over. Ambulatoria, that's ambulatory medicine. Kind of context clues. I think this is good to start with. And then I'm really excited because I'm gonna start, doing my cousin later on in this vlog. So we'll see. So I just started The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm not being super into it because it's very beautifully written and contemplative and all of that, and I think it's a big brain book, but I think I want to not think. So I might pick up a easier book for me to read. I might either pick up Charming His Mate or Daughter of No Worlds, or maybe I pick up Resisting Maxu. I don't know. Hello 2023. So I thought I would set up this, spread. I'm really excited because my goal this year is to journal every single day of the year. Inspired by Coffee Monsters Co. Helen. She just uploaded her video talking about it, and I was like, oh my god. So how I'm gonna divide my page, I like to keep some sort of gratitude journal. I don't do it enough. like just like on point, like I don't do it enough. I'm gonna be using these like 5 boxes in this area as like a gratitude journal area, and like list the 3 to 5 things that I'm really grateful that day. Here I'll put my to-do list, and here I'll do my journaling. Let's go into my tasks for the day. Oh no, we are already, you know, letting go of expectations. This is a very inky pen right now. It's new, so it doesn't surprise me. What do I have to do today? 1, I've already done, which is watch the yoga with Adrian stuff. So how should I break it down? I need to send actually some documents for school, so I'm gonna write that in. Okay, now I guess more personal. So I'm gonna be doing January, which is hosted by Katie Ann Reads. I mentioned this yesterday, and my goal is to write 25,000 words in the month of January. So I'm gonna start. I have to write like around like 950, so we'll see how that goes. But if I can get ahead, I think it's good. Which this would be part of my first scene. And then the next thing I have to do is I want to start one of the books that I'm supposed to be reading, and I'm actually thinking of starting. What was my plan yesterday? I have to start this week A Torch Against the Night. I'm going to start Destiny's Embrace tomorrow and Daughter No Worlds. Actually, I might be working on Air of Fates today. I'm going to read 3 chapters of Air of Fates. Now, next, I want to start... Actually, might start Invisible Life of Patty Lorraine. And I know that wasn't on like my original plans, but I don't know. Or maybe A Torch Against the Night. And I'm gonna see the workout program that I'm gonna be starting out the month with is the Little T Fitness. She's like a fitness influencer that has her app on Playbook, and I really like Playbook if you're someone that likes a lot of variety, because Playbook gives they have like a lot of creators and also just like personal trainers and all that stuff, and her things is like mostly focused on calisthenics. And the reason why I started hers was because like I wanted something really mobility focused and calisthenics focused, because I've definitely seen like the impact of not moving your body enough at the hospital. I think this is good. I think like, you know, it is like, you know, I think the first day or the second day of Mercury retrograde, so you don't want to get too caught up in what you should or shouldn't be doing. So yeah. And now like update during the day, but I'm definitely gonna try and focus on writing a bit neater so that it's not so like illegible later on. I'll update later. I don't wear makeup while I ski. These products are the ones that I've been using that have literally saved my skin. I use this at night and I use this while I'm skiing. This is probably the best lip balm I've ever tried. This is in the shade Butter flavor, whatever, but it's so good and so thick. Also, I got this as a gift from my grandmother, and it is such a thick cream. The drugstore version that I would compare this to would probably be like the CeraVe, like really hydrating one. And this is actually, I got it when I was in Spain, and it's ISDIN. I love it so much. I don't think you can get it in the States, but it really reminds me of La Roche-Posay sunscreen. So that's what I've been using, and honestly, my skin's been all the better for it. Hello, ASMR. Okay, so I thought I would close out this particular vlog with me setting up my first like official week in January. And what I'm gonna do, one, I'm not using any of my med liner because it's way too inky and it bothers the heck out of me and it smears. And then so what I need to do is look through my common planner, and I'm gonna see what I put for the daily. So I have read French, walk 10 minutes outside, eat whole foods. Right, the walk 10 minutes outside, I don't necessarily have to be doing it right now because I've been outside all day skiing, as you saw from the footage. Let me see if I can angle this a bit better so you can see a bit better. So these are my habits, and then so the habits I need to put, I'm already forgetting, are read French, walk 10 minutes outside, eat whole foods, write. So let's do this. Pow! And then 2 that I'm going to be adding in here, because those are part of my weekly ones, because I have what I'm adding to my habit trackers are my weekly goals and my daily goals. Work out 4 times. I'm actually not going to be doing this. I'm not going to be editing it until I finish my work in progress. Upload 1 video, upload 1 post. I've already done that. But actually, since I'm doing the NaNoWriMo Devil Made Me Do It from Katie's Discord, that challenge, I have to actually upload that, and you're going to see me write that into here because it is a motivational quote. And I thought it would be nice to write it in, post it. I don't know, I might just type it because it's a bit prettier. But I did want to copy some quotes I really liked regarding stoicism, which isn't something that I usually, regard to, but I think that right now what I need is consistency. Let's do this. We're gonna first put read, which I've already read, and I've been reading Destiny's Embrace, and it is fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Oh no, that was ugly. That was really ugly. This isn't my favorite whiteout, but it is the one that I have. Mostly because I feel like my Muji pen kind of like breaks through it. But they invented whiteout for a reason. But yeah, Destiny's Embrace, I'm absolutely loving it because it's about a woman who she ends up going to California to kind of make a new life there after being kind of held to her mother's whims and her mother's temper. She ends up working in California with this rancher called Logan Yates. And also, this is also a first for me because I've never actually read a historical romance of people of color. Both Mariah Cooper, our main character, and Logan Yates, they are Black. Beverly Jenkins is just phenomenal at interweaving that part of American history with her story. And I'm learning so much. I really want to read more of Beverly Jenkins now. Go out it out. I can't speak and write at the same time. I'm sorry, my brain is only working one way today. I feel like these are a lot of habits, but I'm only tracking them until they become habits, Which I already went outside and I've already read today. And I guess you could count skiing as a workout, but I'm specifically talking about my gym workout. I should write that in here. French, then I have to put writing, which I have to write 950 words today. What else did I want to do? I'm already forgetting. What did I have last week? Walk, 5K, movement, French, read, write. I think that's enough habits to be tracking, honestly. For right now, I think that's good. So that's gonna be my week. And I'm actually eating lunch now, and it's 3:30 p.m. so late lunch. So I'll put lunch. Oh, I remember now. I'm actually doing yoga with Adrian's challenge of yoga. I love yoga. I think it gives a lot of mobility to the body, which I'm very much needing in this new year. So I'm really looking forward to doing more of it so that I can be better. So I haven't journaled anything today, but I am gonna fill this out. I wanted to copy some quotes that I read that I liked. So I'm gonna get my phone out and copy them. And I'm not saying that you have to live your life like this, in the sense of not every season of your life is for productivity or for bettering yourself. But I do think if you have that motivation, don't take it for granted, because there'll be other moments in your life where you're like, oh, I don't want to even move my body once. Okay, so these were the quotes that I liked. Oh yes, it was this one. It was kind of it was a quote that was on this stoicism TikTok post, and I kind of liked it. It was by Socrates, sorry. I hope I wrote that right. Let's do this. So this one is, it's a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. I really like that because I'm trying to be more athletic. And trying. Sing. Maybe I should be a singer. If any of these are misquoted, I hope you let me know. I like this one by Plato. The greatest victory is to conquer self. I don't know how to spell conquer. Oh, I like this one. You are what you do, not what you'll say you'll do. That was Carl Jung. Hello. I feel very awkward because I'm about to like negate everything I said in this prior video, but after editing this video and after evaluating a lot of my like own personal expectations of myself, I really feel like I'm doing the most. And I just wanted to take this moment in this video to kind of sit down and talk about the fact that like you don't need to do the most, and I will not be doing the most. Going forward, I'm going to try to rein in my enthusiasm because that's how you get burnt out. I just feel like, I don't know, I put these expectations on myself. Like for example, I really wanted to wake up early before skiing to work out. I'm in my long johns. I didn't wake up, but like I was like beating myself up this morning. I was like, you can't keep promises you make to yourself. And I'm like, but I was like, Nikki, you have always enjoyed working out in the afternoon or night, way more than that during the day. Like what you need is to have that discipline to get back into that. Obviously working out during the morning before like all your things has its purposes, but if I went to sleep at 12 yesterday, I cannot expect myself to wake up at 5:30 the next day to then start working out. And it just made me think a lot of like all of these goals I have and how I need to like really rein in the enthusiasm a bit, not because it's bad, but because I'm gonna then end up doing nothing. And I think it's more important that I end up doing some of the things that I want to do rather than, and doing them in a way that is maybe not even perfect, you know? And I think that you have to keep that expectation for yourself as well. Like you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be this sort of, you don't have to give, how do I say this? You don't have to do it the way that you think it should be done. It should be what works for you. I was actually listening to a podcast yesterday on the radicalize, I think that was what it's called. I'll put it on the, she said something that I didn't agree with. I do understand where she's coming from, and I feel like nobody can just be, and if you show the struggle of like trying to get to where you want to go, it's looked at not as favorably as if you just look effortless. But that's not really everything you do. Like any sort of like TikTok that's get ready with me at 4 a.m, like that's not effortless. Like you are lying. No offense, you are lying if you say that that's effortless. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of discipline. You have to find what works for you, your rhythm and your pace and your lifestyle. Me going skiing, that's an entire workout. Like I don't understand why I feel like it's not. So I just like, I don't know, I felt like it was time for me to sit down and talk about the fact that like you have all these goals and like I have all these goals, but you don't have to do everything at the same time. You don't have to be in this constant struggle to better yourself. You can just exist if that's what you want, and that is okay. And you can also choose the path of least resistance. You don't have to work out at 5 a.m. just because everyone else works out at 5 a.m. You don't have to, I don't know, what do people do? You don't have to write a book in a month, like, which you can if you want, but like you don't have to. Find your pace, find your rhythm. You don't have to read 100 books in a year. Like find your pace, find your rhythm, and things will just work out how they're supposed to. And I think goals at the end of the day, it's cheesy as I'm gonna say it, so if you're cringy, just skip over it, but you shoot for the moon so you land in the stars sort of thing. So that's the end of this vlog. I will update you guys later on how things are going. Subscribe if you want to see that. Bye.